Alright. Welcome back to Fallout 76, Season 25, Appalachia Under Siege, for our weekly challenge guide for July 28th through the August 3rd. Let's get to it. Let's go live. Let's check out the Pit Boy. Let's see our weekly challenges for this week. Alright, looks like we're starting off pretty awesome. Let's see, we gotta catch 21 fish, collect some pre-war food, collect some more RadAway and Rad-X, continue on from our daily. Complete events while active in a team. Let's see. Destroy 30 robots. Let's see. Take down some burning Radscorpions. Oh, okay. Defeat some Radhogs. Let's see. Scrap junk to produce plastic and rubber. Alright. First of all, let's get ourselves onto a team. Let's see. Do we have any more plastic? We take from our plastic bin. Let's see. I don't think I have anything in here that creates rubber. So we may have to do scrap and bulk and show some places where we can find some rubber and plastic. So let's start up with that. Well, if you have some resources in your scrap box, we could go down to bulk. Go down to plastic and create a bulk plastic. I believe it's 12. We're almost done with plastic anyway. Let's see. And the other one was for rubber. I think we needed, what was it, 30 pieces? So we'll create 2 and we'll go grab some more rubber. We'll show off a place we can find some. So we go over to our scrap box, scrap what we got. We scrapped our plastic, and let's scrap our rubber. And we need 30. Need a few things. I know a few weapons break down to give you some rubber. Let's see. I believe we could travel to Grafton. We'll go to Grafton High. I believe there's basketballs and kickballs in the gym. Let's see if I remember how to get to the high school. It's been a while since we ventured off in there. Oh, the door's open for us. Let's see.
You'll never leave here alive.
That path is blocked. Deal with super mutants up here. Well, it's kind of them to give us some Rad-X and RadAway. Let's see. Alright, here's the gym. I believe back here. Yep. Back here is all the basketballs we need. Let's see if we could jump in here. Take these, and I believe behind this door are some more kickballs. Because you can't pick up that one. I know golf balls have cork. Take all these. Wait, do I actually hear it outside? Let's see, is there a doorway around here? Yeah, there's rat toads over here too. I forgot about that. Because in our daily video, we need to do a critical hit with that on our rat toad. And I only could think of the sludge hole. Apparently Grafton has a few toads here too. I forgot about that, so we'll add that in. Alright, so we came here, we got our rubber. And there's another place I want to show off. We could get a bunch of plastic. We just got to head over to Dino Peak Mini Golf. And we'll head a little bit north on the road. We'll go to the Mr. Pebbles Museum. Hey, nuclear and quantum outside the machine. Never seen that before. Okay, we come down here. We're going. Is that west? Or Route 50? Or 50 miles per hour on that side? No, that's Route 50. Let's see, there's the railroads up there. Here's the Mr. Pebbles the Cat Museum. This place has a good amount of plastic we can collect in here. So we'll just come up, open the door, and we're looking for no bobblehead and a cat basket today. Alright, cat bowls. Plenty of plastic in the cat bowls. And also we take the toy rocket ships too. Let's see. I believe there's more cat bowls back here. Just don't mind the paint mess. Here we go. Now let's bring up the Pit Boy. We'll go under our junk tab. Go to component view. Go down to the bottom of the list. We got our rubber. We got that from the circle trays, basketballs and kickball, plastic. We picked up a few things from the enemies we defeated, but mainly our cat bowls. I believe it's 2 plastic per. We collected 12, so that's 24 pieces. More than enough for the, I believe, for the weekly and daily today. Daily was 10, weekly was to collect 30 pieces. Let's see. So let's go back to our camp. We'll deposit all the junk, and we should complete our rubber collection. Collected about 80 pieces right now. So we'll go here, drop off everything. Drop all that off. Let's see. Yeah, collecting dog food cans do count as pre-war food. That's probably why we got so much done. We picked up the 12 that was already in the machine. So, let's see. Radhogs, burning Radscorpions, robots, events on the team. Alright, RadAway and Rad-X. Something I wanted to test out. Let's see, Chemist just needs one. So we'll double our yield right now. We'll go to craft. Let's see, we create one of these. Yeah, that does count. Crafting. How many more do we need? No, just Rad-X, RadAway. We just need to get up to 15. Alright, we made a little extra. So, crafting. Collecting RadAway or Rad-X, we can collect it. We've seen multiple locations where there's first aid boxes. I show them off in the previous videos. Good source around Hocking Hills. There's 2 chem boxes you can pick locked in here. The restroom by the diamond, the baseball diamond. Where else? I know there's a few chem boxes in the chop shop. A couple of first aid ones in the Starlight Drive-In. There's 2 in the Prospect Hill, and there's a couple over here in the Super Duper Mart. You get a chance to go there, but I think the quick and easy one is to craft them. Other than trying to collect them or get them from enemies that you down. So we don't need chemists. We go bump our demolition expert to 3. Alright, let's see. What's the next one we could do? Well, we could go around collecting some pre-war food. We'll save the Radhogs, the Radscorpions, and I'll defeat those guys last. So pre-war food. We can go to Highway Town. I know there's plenty of food there. Above the bathhouse and the mobile home, there's plenty of food in the fridge. I'll start from the underbelly and we'll work our way up.
Your life hit rock bottom too?
Let's see. No.
I still don't entirely trust.
Fusion core. We can pick up the
Damn if she doesn't have some good weapons.
sugar bombs. That's 2 pieces of food there. Over here, there's usually a food item next to the Deathclaw egg. Some sugar. I can't remember if purified water counts. No, there's none here. Let's hop down here. Let's move up here on this burning barrel over here. We got a can of cram. That's our 3rd piece of food here.
You need a fix to get you through another day.
So we go upstairs.
What you need.
This is the mobile home I was talking about, this air streamer here. Inside this fridge, there's usually some canned food. So let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of pre-war food there. There's usually 2 cans of purified water, but there wasn't any right now. We probably got those the other day. And over here, there should be, oh, not today. It's like a bunch of canned food up here, pork and beans.
Might be rough around the edges here, but all are
I'm
welcome.
gonna take this cran, I believe.
Out there is worse.
I forgot what number we're on.
Running low on caps. Time to take on a bounty or 2.
I believe we're on our 9th or 10th piece of pre-war food.
Shop smells great.
Let's see.
I need to find out what ingredients they're using.
Sometimes there's a few cans of food over here. Alright, this place has been cleaned out too.
The counts.
Make way for the big shot bounty hunter.
Let's see, Mentats. Let's see, does May have any canned food on her? No, just
It's tough out there.
just
And
another
finding
box of
good
sugar
food is
bombs.
Even harder. Good thing
So we
I'm
could check
here.
out the NPCs for that.
It's a wonder
Let's
how
see.
any animals survive across Ohio. What with the place being covered with all
So
that
we're
rust.
roughly at 10.
Price on that bastard's head. The
We
first
could go
chance.
down to Flatwood. Because I know there's a little in the starting area, a refrigerator that requires, what was it, level 0 lock or level 1? And there's pre-war food in there. Let's see, sometimes there's a box or 2 around here. Alright, that's 11. Sometimes we get lucky with some RadAway here as well, and Rad-X, perfect for the other part of our dailies. Let's see, this is the fridge I was talking about. So this will be our 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pieces of food. Let's see, no canned dog food here. There's another can. Be our 18th piece. You collected in 2 locations. Let's see. think the cafeteria tray also counts for plastic. Okay.
I bet this town was really nice before the war.
See anything in the donation box? Let's see. Overseer's cash is always a bottle of water. Let's see. Buff out. Now to get on the roof. We need to get on the roof. Because there's usually a few boxes of sugar bombs up here. Here we go. Alright, no sugar bombs here. We just need a couple more pieces. I think we left off at what, 18? Let's see. I think sometimes we're lucky there's some on top of the roof of the Rocket gas station. I'm gonna jump on the car, jump up here. Nope. Well, since dog food counts, we could actually head back to our encampment and we'll try the water tower. They usually like at least 3 cans of dog food pop up there. Let's see, where else can we find some pre-war food? I kind of wish all those canned beans were there in the highway town. Save me, dog meat, save me! Alright, here's one Radhog hollow. Well, at least this one has 2 things we could actually get here. The dog food, and at least we get a burning Radscorpion kill here. Well, didn't we need one for the daily? Or not, the weekly? You didn't count? You just said daily Radscorpion. Oh, that's nice. Let's see, usually food item there, not today. Let's see. Nothing on the shelf. Let's see. Well, sometimes there's dog food there. Let's see. Burning Radscorpion. No. Radhogs ain't there. Let's double check on our weenie mobile. Got our canned food there. And I believe other stuff that would count for that pre-war food stuff will be the popcorn. I believe canned coffee will actually count it as well. So we could have got 4 pieces there. I believe like topped off at 12 pieces in the popcorn machine. So there's plenty of places to get some of that pre-war food. Alright, so we got that pre-war food covered. Let's see, robots, Radhogs, burning Radscorpions. Let's do the burning Radscorpions since we know those locations. Let's see. Well, it's good to know my lasers reach out this way. Alright, let's see. First stop. I know a baseball diamond. We could do the one off by the railroad station. Royal corn. And super duper more. I believe we can find some more there. Let's see. Let's wake these guys up. Everybody gets a shot. There's our first 3 for our 15. Let's see, Radscorpions. Service yard will be our next spot. Let's see, it'll be 15 will be enough. Always check your 6. Alright, so we follow this path here from the railroad yard. Should take us down to train cars that got derailed, crashed, and the... Oh, we got a wandering band of Radhogs. Let's take those out too. Okay, we need 8 more of those. So here we got the crash train carts. There should be 3 burning Radscorpions on this direction. Oh, looks like some of them spawn more over here. Looks like we got 2 bonus ones over here. Sometimes you can run into a Deathclaw, Agua, Rust Raiders. We ran into 2 more burning Radscorpions. That's pretty nice. Alright, let's check on, let's see if anything else spawns on this direction. Blowflies. What's that? That looks like a Brahmin. Okay, they've been cleared out. So let's head over to Royal Corn. I believe it's either 3 or 4 burning Radscorpions are hanging around here. Let's clear out the enemies. Let's see. Sometimes we're lucky we can find some pre-war food around here. Hello, bats. Care to work at some point? Let's see. Let's look for a little divot in the ground. Our first spot should be right here. Let's see. Any pre-war food up here? No, but it looks like a nice little place to get a few pieces of plastic. We can pick up the bowls, dog bowl, cat bowl, plastic bowl. Take that hat though. Let's see. Nickel cup packs. Let's see, is that glowing? Here's a chem box. Let's see. I believe that's our next scorpion hole. I'm about to say, let me have the pieces so we can get the loot. Okay. There should be another divot around here. There should be a fourth one. There we go. Take that ammunition. There's Deathclaw over there. Let's see. Next one's over here by the Super Duper Mart. I think we just need 3 more burning Radscorpions. There's our first one. I believe our next one's back here towards the loading bay. Fog's rolling in. Alright, there should be another one around here somewhere. Take that laser gun because that could be broken down to plastic and rubber. Alright, there's our last Radscorpion. It was inside. I didn't want to bring that up. Let's see. Was there any pre-war food around here? I know I saw a bit of sugar bombs on the shelf. That's about it. Let's see. There's Rad-X. We could have got that for the daily. A few more first aid. Let's see, what's this? Blood packs. Let's see, that should be it for the burning Radscorpions. Yep. Then we just need 8 more Radhogs. Alright, since we're up here, why is bats not working? Let's see. I know up here there was a couple of Radhogs. I'd love to travel around the road here. Let's see. Try to remember the ones we ran into. Close to the drive-in. Radscorpions. Wasn't there a spawn nearby here? If not, we keep going north. We could come across this railroad track. There's usually a bunch there. And cave crickets. Now we're right next to Dino Peak Mini Golf. Yeah, we're running around. See the difference with and without this wasteland fish sandwich. Let's see if we can find some Radhogs over here. There we go. There's another 4. They usually spawn over here. What's that? Oh, nice. There's another group of 4 back here. Nope, it was just 3 of them. There's the 4th one. Came in charging right at us. So, if you find the prickle or the prickeye plant, slippery cactus, you're near Radhog spawn. So we got our 18 hogs. Let's see what's next. I think we'll save fishing towards the end. Let's see. We do got to complete some advanced robots. Let's see. Oh, perfect. AWOL armaments.
Attention, patriotic citizens. This is Sergeant Gutsy ABA-1. A United States Army convoy has been attacked. Send authorities and able-bodied individuals to the Robco Research Facility ASAP. ABA-1 out.
We'll get rid of the ones that spawned here naturally before the events.
Threat analysis yellow. Potential perimeter.
That would have the wit. I'd to explode on this. So we get a few extra robot kills. Let's see. Get the sensory chip.
Now, form a defensive perimeter and wait here until they run. I'm shutting down
I hear you walking down there. Can't do much if your leg's crippled. Alright, halfway with our numbers. They do like to sway or swerve, sway, swerve. They keep walking, rocking.
Another glorious day in the U.S. Army.
Let's see. Let's see, can we get all 30 of them here? Alright, disable the limbs. We'll go for the fusion core. Oh, nice, we got a fixer. Seriously, we're just one robot away. Alright. There should be a couple robo brains back over here. Take the lights. There we go, we got our 30 robots. No, I was actually collecting ammo for this gun. Okay, let's see what's left on our list. Complete events. Well, we can finish that off and catch some fish. Well, let's catch one fish. We'll save the rest off stream. I don't think you guys want to see me catch like 21 fish. We'll grab one for the video. We'll complete events on the team. We can easily get that done if you're farming, especially if you're doing the Fan Ash Day. I'm doing those on the hour of the hour. Let's see. Let's see if we get lucky, and our first fish will be a fern skipper. Make some more of those wasteland fish sandwiches. Speed boost is amazing. That way we'll be done with this, then we'll jump over and do the second set, week 2 of the mini season for the sock hop. Muddy Sawgill. Here. And over to fast travel to the camp. We'll do a quick glance over the weeklies, give tips and locations where we could do some of the stuff. Let's see. Let's start off with collecting pre-war food. You can find that abundant in a bunch of locations. You did see Highway Town. There's a few spots. Underbelly, the fridge, above Main, the cooking station. There's usually a wall that has a bunch of pork and beans there. I forgot to show off a few spots in the Super Duper Mart. I think we did find sugar bombs on the shelf right next to the pharmacy section. But if you went to the unloading, the dock area, there's a bunch of pre-war food there too. Forgot to show that off when we were there with the burning Radscorpions. What was our next spot? I think we went to Flatwood, the fridge there with the pre-war food, and I believe on top of the Red Rocket and on top of the church in that little lookout area, there's usually boxes of sugar bombs there. Let's see, where else can we get some pre-war food? I know I jumped into a different server, so my Starlight driving wasn't under my control. I know in the snack area there's a few cans of pre-war food. I know you could get was it Cajun rice and beans, and was it vegetarian ham in that first Airstreamer when you first spawn in on your right? Close to my camp, the dog food cans spawn on the shelf that you could get up to 3 in there. There's like a bunch of dog food cans, so you can get the Ash Cave and resources here in your camp that count as pre-war food. The weenie wagon, we just got that from the meat week, and I believe popcorn counts as that. Canned coffee also counts to pre-war food, so you have a couple of resources in your camp to get that, other than finding it out in the wild or other people's camps and vendors. Let's see. Next one, collect RadAway and Rad-X. Alright, other than crafting it yourself, you could go to any of the train stations. Like our example, we usually do the Hocking Hill station with a medical supply and vending machine in there. If you buy from that one, they're all connected, so you buy from one, you buy from all of them. So they usually have some Rad-X, Rad-X or RadAway. You could craft that and get that done as well. If not, you go searching around the first aid box, chem box. There's a few of them around here. Restrooms, a bunch of locations around the map you have playing out time and time again. Let's see. Collect and scrap coal. That one's pretty easy if you have Fallout first and access to a scrap box. You just come in here, pull out how many you need, and place it back. That's counted as collecting. If not, you have to go to a bunch of coal nodes or resource points over here in the ash heap and double your yield, throw on your excavator power armor, because that has the bonus of getting double the ore when you use that to mine. Let's see. Was I reading the daily? Yeah, I was reading the daily. Alright, the cool ones for the day, my bad. So yeah, Rad-X, RadAway, we got that covered. Destroy the robots, we just finished that. We got lucky with AWOL armament. If not, you can still go to the Robco Research Center. There's a bunch of robots over here in Watoga. Another place is also find some robots is Sugar Grove. Let me stretch my back out. I'm starting to cramp in my back. Let's see, burning Radscorpions. Alright, let's start off over here. They're only could be found in the Burning Springs, so we start off our adventure from our campsite close to Hocking Hill Station. If you head over to the baseball, diving close to what's the mile marker 33 here on the map. You find your first set of 3 here. If you come down, fast travel to the railroad service yard, and you follow the rail line to where there's a collapsed part on the railroad track, and railroad train carts are been did buckle from the railroad or the rail tracks. There's another 3 Radscorpions around here. We got lucky with 2 bonus ones with a random spawn with a bunch of Rust Raiders. And from there we head over to World of Corn. There's 4 spots where those guys could be spawned in. Then our next location was Super Duper Mart. I believe we encountered our last 3 around there. And sometimes there's a few spots where they could be random. Like I said, down here past the 3 original, where have we... I have run into them. Well, if you haven't got that video finished yet, I was working on the locations for the firecracker berries. Around the Ash Cave, sometimes they're on the outside, to the south, some to the north, close to the, was it the old asylum? Sometimes they could spawn in that little area. Let's see. Sometimes they could spawn in between Dino Peak Mini Golf and the Starlight Drive-In down the stretch of road right here. You can either get the Radscorpions, Radhogs, and Deathclaws. Speaking of which, no weeklies. Radhogs. Well, if we're lucky enough, right here we actually are in between 2 spawn points. Up here.
Nothing smells normal anymore.
Usually where you find the slippery cactus, where you get the prick eye plants. There's a Radhog spawn here. Another one down here. This is where we started collecting our Radhog kills. This point right here. Alright, let's head back to camp and we'll show off the other spots we can find them. Let's see. We did run into some of them while we're traveling around. I know if you fast travel to the Abraxadine Chemical Power Station, you know where you get the stinglings. There's 4 of them right next to this huge bucket. You can find them wandering around the road, crossing a bridge. There's a spot there. Around Hawking Hill Station, I believe there's a spawn to the north and a spawn to the south over here in the Dead Forest area. Where else can we find? We got lucky. We ran into 2 spawns right here on the railroad. There's one that usually walks around here, and there's one at the end of the line. That's where we got our last 4, or actually 8 of them right here. If not, if you go up to the, climb up from here, from the railroad to the top part, there should be another 2 spawns up here on the top of the cliff. And that's pretty much it. Those are a few spots I can know where Radhogs like to pop in. Let's see. Alright, and last but not least, we have to produce junk into plastic and rubber. That was pretty easy. Plastic here in the Burning Springs. You just fast travel to Dino Peak Mini Golf and you go to Mr. Pebbles the Cat Museum. There's a bunch of cat bowls there. We did also discover over here in the World of Corn on the roof, there's a couple of places where there's plastic bowls and dog food trays, cat food trays on the roof there for plastic. And for a quick spot to get rubber real quick, we came down to Grafton. We went to the Grafton High School in the gym. There was a cart filled with basketballs and kickballs. The kickballs were inside the closet right next to the basketballs. So we got a bunch of rubber from there. And if you're lucky enough to finish off the weeklies going fishing, if your camp has a good watering hole, if not, go to your favorite place to go fishing. I highly recommend anywhere where the front skipper is, so you could get some more summer fillets. Was it summer fillets? What were they called? Let me check. Oh, this weekly video is gonna be a long one. No, it's under fish bits. Yeah, it's summer fish fillet. That's what we're looking for. The front skipper in Glasgow's. Sandwiches are pretty good. Traveling around, running around openly if you're not fast traveling too much. Alright, so that is it for the weeklies. We got all those done except for the being a team, completing activities. Definitely gonna do that off stream, especially with the fishing as well. So let's bring it to an end here. And we'll let you guys do what you guys do best. Hit me up with a comment down below. Leave a like. Don't forget to share the video. I really appreciate it. Catching that replay back on my YouTube channel. You know what to do there. Hit that sub notification button for the daily content drop. Special thanks for you guys watching live on Twitch. Don't forget to hit that follow button there as well. Catch me live every day. And once again, thanks for watching. See you in the next one and have an amazing day.